Welcome to another Cooking Around the World. Yet another Deb. We've done months and months and months of these things now.
Experts.
Goodness me. Okay, what we're doing today, a real special. This is one of my favourites. Some of my friends have actually in the past contacted me and said when we're getting together what we like to have, and they say, can you do the Thai fish burgers? Really? Out of all the things, curries and Mexican, and they want these fish burgers, which is something that I put together a few years ago for a big family event and sort of became a bit of a hit. So I will share this with you now, but some of the secrets in this, once I tell you, I'll have to kill you. Especially you, Deb.
Yeah.
Okay, there's our recipe, which we will add to the video and we put it online. Thai fish burgers, yum, yum. And what we use for this, just to make it nice and easy, we just go and get these crumbed fish fillets. You can get I&J and Bird's Eye and Woolies or Coles. They all do their own brand, and well, there's ice dripping out of that, water dripping out. They all do their own brand, but I found the Coles and Woolies brands were just as good. And we A-B'd these. We side by side tried Bird's Eye and we tried the Woolies one. There was virtually no difference except 50% price reduction. These are half the price of the I&J and Bird's Eye and that sort of stuff. So I've got them in the oven. They take 20 minutes to cook. We've given them 10 minutes so far. Flip them over and they're in for another about 6 or 7 minutes before they finish off now. I'm going to make a few little sides to put together because we're going to do this in like an Asian style bun, almost like the Vietnamese banh mi, but this will have like a little Thai dressing attached to it. That's the secret of this dish. What I'm going to do firstly is make a very simple coleslaw. This is a real simple one. And in the recipe and in the photo you'll see purple coleslaw. Unfortunately, one thing I couldn't get from my local today was purple slaw. So no problems, we'll do it with your standard green coleslaw. And what I'm going to do, we just make a coleslaw. You can do it with a knife. I find it faster just to do it with the potato peeler. Getting all this action, Deb?
I am.
It's impressed.
I'm impressed.
We're not going to have to do all that much because we only have, take out all these big chunks, we only have 4 people here dining with us today. Dining?
Dining.
Fine dining in this place.
With plastic.
With plastic. Don't be like that. Okay, we'll get that into the bowl. This particular coleslaw, I'm not going to, any other big chunks, get them out of there. I'm not going to put mayonnaise with this particular coleslaw because there will be mayonnaise in the actual assembly of this dish. You can do matchsticks with your carrot if you wish, but I'm just going to quickly grate some down. So this is very, very quick. That's what we need, just a bit of colour in there. There's a little bit more. So you can make, if you're into all the chopping and all that stuff, cut matchsticks up for this, which is a wonderful thing. But we couldn't be bothered today. This is a real quick one. I'm just going to give it a little glug of olive oil, give it a bit of sheen, hold it all together. And a large chunk, we don't want that one in there. You can put a little bit of pepper in there if you want. Don't salt it because as soon as you salt those raw veggies, they'll start to leach water. The water will start to come out of it and then it'll go soggy. We don't want them soggy in this particular situation. Excuse me, Deb. If you want to make matchsticks, just as a little side here, if you want to make matchsticks out of this, you can get little, you can do it with a knife, which is all well and good, it takes ages to do it. You can do it with the larger single cuts on graters. It's on the side of some of the box graters. You get big, like a big mouth slicer, and just run through and cut big shards off your carrot, and then with your knife just go and cut little matchsticks. Well, here's a device that I was given. This thing is deadly. It's a peeler on one end, and on this end it has these horrible sharp barb things. I don't know if it's coming up on the camera or not. And what we do with this one, fingers well out of the way. You don't make a mistake on this machine. This is like using the mandolin slices.
Yep.
You don't make a mistake and you don't look away. But what you do with this thing is pull it through. Oh, look at them. Sensational. Takes seconds to do your matchsticks. We'll chuck them into. Let's chuck them into, Jim.
Chuck them in.
That's an amazing machine. It was given to me by a family friend. I don't know where the hell he got them from, but they're fantastic, but they're deadly. You can find them online, apparently. Now, that's our simple coleslaw done, right? That's one thing in the bag. Let's clear this. God, the cleaners must hate me. Just the debris field down here, you should see it.
That's all right, you're cleaning it.
Oh, the cleaners off at the moment, are they?
Yeah, COVID.
We're also going to put a bit of cucumber. We're going to use cucumber sticks. You can cut into little slices, but this is more spectacular. You can, if you wish, you don't like the skin, you can actually peel them first. But we're going to put them in little sticks like this. What are we doing now, Deb?
Putting them in sticks.
We're removing the seeds.
Oh.
Thank you, Deb. Because that's just going to add wetness. Oh. That's our fish burgers all ready to go.
Oh, back to
So give them a few more moments just to go nice and crispy on top. Oh. Now, once we've got those the centers out of that, that's all the seedy, wet stuff. See how much water's coming off that? We'll just go through and slice little sticks. That way, you just put one of them in your burger instead of mucking around little discs and trying to position them, and you bite the thing and all the pieces of always the cucumber that falls out.
Always.
And I think in your case,
beetroot.
you're happy with that?
Yeah, it's good.
You're happy with the cucumber falling out?
Yeah, I love it.
You like fish burgers?
No, not at all.
I'm on 3 strikes today, aren't I?
No, one.
Hang on, who's
Two.
out? 3 strikes, who's out? You or me?
You.
I'm out, 3 strikes, and I'm out. Okay, we'll put that aside just for the assembly. Now the other thing I'm going to do for this, really simple, a sweet chili mayonnaise. You're going to love this, Deb. You're going to love this.
Yum.
About half a cup or so. That should do 4 of us. Just mayonnaise. This is so ridiculously simple. You'll kick yourself for not thinking of this before. This is Ian Hewitt's, and I saw this.
Oh my lord.
A little dab of sweet chili sauce. And it's no sweet chili sauce, folks. Barely. We want more. We want more.
Yeah, we want more.
And this will almost act like a buttery base for the thing. At home, I actually use one of those crushed Thai chili mixes, the sambal olek, which this is really nice. It just gives a little bit of a hint of heat in it, a little bit of heat, a hint of chili. If you add the sambal olek, it gives it a little bit more of a hint of chili, but with the sweet mayonnaise behind it. So it's just fairly light. It's not over the top. And if you really want to get over the top, and what I do in these situations, because the people in our cooking group generally don't like them too hot, chili spicy, hit it with the old sriracha chili sauce. Favourite.
That'll get you going.
That'll get us going. Rightio, there we are. That's another element ready to go into our assembly. And the last thing I'm going to do for you, and this is the big secretive bit, I'm going to make a Thai coconut dressing. This is the whole flavour of this little ensemble here. Right, so this is once again all in the recipe, so it's all good. Now we start off with some coconut milk. And we use about 1/3 of a cup. This will be more than what we need for today. So someone's got leftovers here, Deb. We don't need quite that whole lot for 1/3 of a cup. The reason I wanted to do this today is we did some sort of Thai recipe. It was the
Thai fried rice.
pork fried rice. Thank you very much. And we used this Thai seasoning, and you can get that from Coles and Woolies. This makes it so much easier because in the recipe as such, in this coconut and lemongrass dressing, we actually got lemongrass, coriander, ginger, chili, and all that sort of stuff in the recipe. In this little bottle, we have lemongrass, ginger, coriander, chili. Bingo. Saves all the chopping around, mucking around, buying whole bundles of coriander, all that sort of stuff, and just using a little bit and throwing it away. We're all ready to go. So what we're going to do, if I can get this off, and we need a couple of well, damn it. That's not mucking
What the
around.
hell?
Just whack the whole thing in. I think we need probably about 2 tablespoons all up of the normal single ingredients if we were going to add every ingredient on its own. So here we go. Right, the whole thing. The whole enchilada, which is a pretty interesting for a Thai dish, yeah. Fish sauce. The old story with Thai, of those Asian styles, Thai and Vietnamese and all that, salty, sweet, hot, and something acidic like your lime juice or whatever. So for this one we got our coconut, which is going to give us a nice creamy base for it, coconut creamy base. All our bits and pieces in that paste. We're going to put in a little bit of fish sauce. This is a good old, that's what brand I always use, the Squid brand. Okay, we use 1/4 cup. I'll use a little bit under because we're not doing so much for this one. There you go. It's a little bit under. A bit more for Deb. And then I think we're going to add to this one is palm sugar. That's our sweetness in the mix. That's our sweetener, Deb. 1/3 of a cup once again. There we go. I'll add that much. I'll give this a little mix up and then I'll taste it. Always taste as you go. We'll have to give it a good little stir here just to make sure we can dissolve our palm sugar. Oh, when you see the colour coming up now. I'd probably sneak a bit extra chili into this for the purpose. In the original recipe you'll see 1 clove of garlic. Yeah, that you put a clove of garlic in, which I'm not going to do today because it's lunchtime here and our people here have work to do and people coming through the centre to come and visit and whatever. So we don't want to have everyone smelling because it'll be raw garlic. I can feel there's no palm sugar left on the bottom of that. There's no crunchy bits. That's the whole flavour of this dish. That's the secret bit. That's why I have to kill you all after you. Okay. Let's check out boys. Sensational. Beautiful. Whilst we're assembling, I'll let that cool for a few moments. Bring them over here. I better get a fresh board. These 3 here are our little fish burgers, or our crumbed fish cutlets, and they're little chicken tenders for someone who's not huge on the fish side. On the fish side of it. Okay, now we just come down to assembly. There's all this apart from the 20 minutes that it takes to chuck our fish fillets or chicken bits into the oven. That's probably the lengthiest part of this cook. Now we'll go to our fresh. This is from my Vietnamese baker. So nice soft inside, with a little bit of crunch on the outside. What we do, we'll get a bit of mayonnaise down. They say a teaspoon. Yeah.
And some.
And some. A teaspoon and some.
2.
Then we'll put some of our, mixing this up, a bit of our coleslaw down. Sorry, Jeff. A little bit of coleslaw there. I'll also sometimes do some pickled veg for this, but I haven't today because the pickled veg can sometimes make the thing a little bit too acidic. I do like to make a pickled veg when you use the vinegar and sugar to make your pickling liquor. I'll quite often now add water to dilute it a bit so it's not too acidic, and yeah. So we'll chop on a stick, let's add 2 of cucumber. We'll add one of our fish burgers. Actually, what I might do for this, right, good thinning.
Good job.
Now, we've got some coriander, and this is beautiful. Put some sprigs of coriander. That's from my mate Gary. Just Gary, when you catch up with this one, Gazza, this is for you, all right, mate? And you can put on as much coriander as you don't want. And then we finish off some of our Thai coconut dressing. This is coconut and lemongrass. Now, it wouldn't be one of my meals if we didn't have something else to finish it off. Just like if you get a banh mi from your local Vietnamese, they'll add, you can get pork crackling, the crispy pork crackling, which is my absolute favourite, and I'll always ask for more because my people know me well. Please. And also they will add some fried shallot, and this gives you a little bit of, apart from I love the taste of fried shallot, this will give you a little bit of crunch as you go. How about that? Yeah, there's Master Chef. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy them. If you don't like them, don't bother complaining to us. We don't listen. We love them. Thank you very much. See you next time.